I would like to tell you a bit about my Perthes journey so far. 3 months ago, I was diagnosed with Perthes, a rare disease of the hip bone. Back in term 1, I used to play and train soccer every day as I want to be a professional soccer player.
Right, Aidyn, what do you think of James? That's louder.
That he's the best coach in the world.
Why is he the best coach in the world?
He teaches us ladder work, coordination, and other stuff as well.
Does he make you laugh?
Yes.
Good boy, well done.
My leg started to hurt a lot, and I developed a limp. My mum took me to the doctor and I had an x-ray. When the x-ray came back, my right hip bone looked very different than my left hip bone. The doctor said I had Perthes disease. I didn't know what Perthes disease was, but soon I found out. After I was diagnosed with Perthes, I found out about a special camp for kids with this disease through the Perthes Kids Foundation. The Perthes Kids Foundation was founded by Earl Cole with his winnings from the TV show Survivor Fiji.
Welcome back to the Friday edition of Studio 10, a jam-packed show as always. Up next, he was the winner of Survivor Fiji, but he was already a survivor in many ways.
Earl Cole suffered from a debilitating medical condition for years when he was a child.
And he's using part of his $1 million Survivor winnings to make a difference for kids going through the same thing. We caught up with Earl at Camp Carolot, a summer camp put on by the Shriners in Brandon. Let's take a look.
Beetle wings. like Calve Perthes disease. Yeah, they just call it Perthes disease, but it's a hip disorder. It's a pretty rare disease. It happens out of 1 out of 1,200 kids, like mainly boys around the age of 7 or 8. But it's a circulatory problem with the hip socket, to where the hip doesn't get enough blood, and so the bone starts to die. So it causes a lot of pain when you're a kid. And so I went through that. So I went through crutches, wheelchairs, braces, everything for like 5 years. I had to go through this. So always going to the hospital, getting stared at by everybody because I had like cast on both of my legs. You know, it just made you more determined as a person. So I was always like very determined guy, and like I was pretty friendly because, you know, I felt like I was alone. Like, I'm the only guy that has this disease in the whole world. Why me? Why me? I was always going through that as a kid. And so that prepared me for the show, because I feel like I was already a survivor before being on Survivor, because I survived that whole childhood disease and like made it through, and you know, anything's possible. Like, I'm living proof. Camp Care-A-Lot is so great, and Shriners Hospital for Children, they're doing some amazing things, and they have a few kids that have the same thing I had as a kid, Perthes disease. So I met a couple guys, you know, they gave me this, you know, a little guy named Jacob who had the same thing, and I talked to them, and I let them know, like, hey, you know, because a lot of kids watch Survivor and say, hey, you're a survivor already. Just never give up. You know, no matter what's placed before you, you know, if you just stay determined and believe in yourself, I mean, you can do anything, really do anything. And even if it's just your family watching or the whole world watching, like from Survivor, anything is possible, no matter what you're going through. Just, you gotta believe.
Camp Perthes Australia is an annual week-long activities camp for kids at all different stages of this rare disease. In September, I'll be going to this camp in Queensland. This camp is organised by the Perthes Kids Foundation, which is funding the research into this rare disease. Not a lot is known about Perthes disease, and there is no cure, just treatment. When I found out about Perthes Kids Foundation and all the good things they do for kids with Perthes, I set up a GoFundMe page to help raise funds and awareness. So far I have raised just over $2,000 of my $5,000 goal. Instead of receiving gifts for my birthday, I instead asked all my friends and family to donate to my rare disease fundraising. I would like to organise a lunchtime of sports activities showcasing my two favourite sports, soccer and wheelchair basketball. I'd like to invite some professional sports people from the Wollongong Rollerhawks and Sydney FC, who I have been lucky enough to meet and have helped me with my Perthes journey. To also raise awareness, I would like to invite my new friends, Josh and Dominic, who also had Perthes, to come and join us for the day. I'm looking forward to September and meeting lots of new friends at the Perthes camp. With your help, I'll be able to reach my fundraising goal and help raise awareness for Perthes disease. All money raised will be presented as a cheque to Earl Cole of the Perthes Kids Foundation at the September camp in Queensland. My hope is that this money can help with the research into the cure for Perthes disease, so other kids do not need to go through such a long recovery.